Hello everyone, in the current session let us discuss about neuropeptide Y and neurotensin 2. These two are vasoconstrictor peptides. Coming to neuropeptide Y, NPY. Neuropeptide Y is first isolated from pig brain and is the most abundant neuropeptide with 36 amino acids and is located in brain and also present in peripheral sympathetic nerves. It is a leading member of peptide family whose other two members are pancreatic polypeptide PP and peptide YY PYY. So neuropeptide Y, pancreatic polypeptide and peptide YY, all three together they constitute a peptide family and they have 36 amino acids. And among them pancreatic polypeptide PP and peptide YY are considered as hormones, whereas neuropeptide Y is considered as a neurotransmitter. Coming to the functions of pancreatic polypeptide and peptide YY. The pancreatic polypeptide is secreted by pancreatic islets in response to food ingestion and it acts in the CNS as well as on gut to suppress the appetite, delay gastric emptying, and to promote fuel utilization. The three principal effects of pancreatic polypeptide are depression of appetite, delaying of gastric emptying, and to promote the fuel utilization. Now coming to peptide YY. The hormonal cells in the ileum, they secrete peptide YY, PYY, according to the quantity of food and it serves to regulate the appetite. Pancreatic polypeptide, it suppresses the appetite and peptide YY, it regulates the appetite. Now coming to neuropeptide Y, NPY. Coming to its location, in the periphery, the neuropeptide Y is mainly localized in the sympathetic nerves, especially those innervating blood vessels. And centrally, it is stored in separate synaptic vesicles than storing the noradrenaline. Now the neuropeptide Y, it has both prejunctional and postjunctional actions. The principal prejunctional actions are inhibition of nerve impulse induced transmitter release. Inhibition of nerve impulse induced transmitter release. And the postjunctional actions are long lasting contractile effect, the first one, and second is potentiating noradrenaline induced vasoconstriction. Contractile effect and vasoconstriction are the postjunctional actions, whereas inhibition of nerve impulse induced transmitter release, NYP, it inhibits the release of neurotransmitter. That is the prejunctional action of neuropeptide Y, NPY. Coming to the functions of neuropeptide Y. Usually the nerve impulses, they release neuropeptide Y along with noradrenaline and it serves as a transmitter as well as co-transmitter. It mainly causes vasoconstriction in many vascular beds and especially in renal and cerebral vessels. It has a positive ionotropic and chronotropic effect on heart. It increases the sodium and water excretion by kidneys despite renal vasoconstriction. And in brain, it is present in cortical and subcortical areas and it plays a key role in regulating food intake. Neuropeptide Y, it strongly promotes the feeding or it stimulates the appetite. It is also involved in energy homeostasis, stress response, autonomic outflow, HPA axis activation, etc. And the major presynaptic action of neuropeptide Y in the brain is to inhibit the release of several neurotransmitters like noradrenaline, dopamine, NADA, 5-HT, which is nothing but serotonin, glutamate, GABA, as well as hypothalamic GnRH, AVP and oxytocin. Coming to the NYP receptors. In humans, four types of Y receptors have been characterized for neuropeptide Y and related peptides. Please note this point. The receptors are Y1, Y2, Y4 and Y5. Y1, Y2, Y4 and Y5. The original Y3 receptor is now considered to be CXC chemokine receptor and not a Y receptor. So the neuropeptide Y receptors are mainly categorized as 4 types: Y1, Y2, Y4 and Y5. The Y1, Y2 and Y5 receptors, Y1, Y2 and Y5 receptors, they have great affinity for neuropeptide Y. Whereas the Y4 receptor, it has greater affinity for pancreatic polypeptide. Hence, it is also called as PP receptor. The actions are: Y1 receptor, it mainly mediates vasoconstrictor and other peripheral post-junctional actions. Y1 receptor, it mainly mediates vasoconstrictor and other peripheral post-junctional actions, whereas the Y2 is a pre-junctional receptor in the periphery as well as brain. And coming to Y5, Y5 receptors are restricted to brain and they control the food intake and hypothalamic pituitary function and in the limbic areas. The areas where Y5 receptors are present are the areas which control the food intake, which control hypothalamic and pituitary function, and in the limbic areas. Coming to mechanism and the selective antagonists. All Y receptors are G protein coupled receptors which transduce their response by raising the cytosolic calcium or by inhibiting the adenyl cyclase. They either rise the cytosolic calcium or they inhibit the adenyl cyclase. Coming to antagonists, several selective Y1 receptor antagonists have been produced which block the vasoconstrictor action of neuropeptide Y. And selective Y2 and Y5 antagonists have also been investigated, and some of the Y1 and Y5 antagonists are orally active and have undergone limited clinical trial as anti-obesity agents, but none of them have been approved for clinical use. By this, we complete the neuropeptide Y. Coming to the next vasoconstrictor peptide, it is urotensin 2. The urotensin 2 is a 11 amino acid cyclic vasoconstrictor neuropeptide. It is identified from the urophysis of teleost fish and later demonstrated to be present in mammals including humans. So urotensin 2 is a 11 amino acid cyclic vasoconstrictor neuropeptide. Coming to the location, it is mainly present in cholinergic neurons of brainstem and spinal cord, as well as kidney, heart and lungs. The actions of urotensin 2 are: it strongly contracts the arterial smooth muscle with less effect on veins and it depresses the heart. The major actions of urotensin 2 are strong contraction of arterial smooth muscle with little effect on veins, and it has cardiac depressant action. It depresses the heart. Coming to the urotensin receptors and their antagonists. The UT receptors are G protein coupled receptors and they are coupled to GQ protein and produce the vasoconstrictor and other effects through IP3-DAG intracellular calcium release pathway. And these UT receptors are widely expressed in CNS, heart, blood vessels, lungs, kidneys and adrenal medulla. Though urotensin has no physiological significance in man, it can have certain pathological significance, especially in cardiovascular diseases. Raised urotensin levels have been noted in hypertension, advanced heart failure, and in diabetic renal failure. Coming to the receptor antagonists, many peptide and non-peptide UT receptor antagonists have been produced and some have been clinically tested in diabetic nephropathy and asthma, but none has been approved. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe for further videos on pharmacology and other related pharmaceutical sciences.